Here to analyze all the facts and the possible outcomes, former LAPD Detective Mark Furman and prosecutor Anna-Sigga Nicolazzi. Good to see you both.
You too.
All right.
Thank you.
And welcome back to Hannity. We continue with Pat Buchanan, Leslie Marshall. All right, closing arguments tomorrow in the Zimmerman case. Patrick J. Buchanan, a president that said the Cambridge police acted stupidly. My son would look like Trayvon. And now we see Eric Holder. We learned today that his Justice Department got involved in this case through their own community relations service. What does that say about the administration? Should they have been involved?
They should not, but this is the outrage and injustice here is that they're prosecuting this man for allegedly second-degree murder when no one has produced in weeks any evidence that he acted out of rage, anger, hatred, viciousness of any kind. And the fact that somebody was yelling, "Help me, help me, help me," 5 times on the ground would tell you he did fear something, maybe grave bodily harm. I think this thing is going. I cannot believe he's going to be convicted of second-degree murder. I believe the case should be thrown out. I believe it should not have been brought, and if it was brought, I think they should have come in with negligent homicide.
Agree wholeheartedly. Leslie.
Actually, I do agree with Pat on something. I don't think he'll be convicted of second-degree murder. I honestly do think he'll be acquitted. I certainly hope there's no rioting. I also do agree that the president and the Department of Justice should not be involved in this, but I don't agree with the help, 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 because obviously we have 2 mothers saying that each of their sons was crying help. We'll really never know who was crying help, but I don't think charges should not have been brought against him. But I think the system before this 6-person jury in Florida has to play out, and we'll see what happens.
All right, Leslie, tell me what was happening if Trayvon was the one yelling help 5 times. What was being done to him?
Well, I'm a white chick, as you can see, Pat, but I have heard from a number of African-American men that call my radio show and who have experienced constant racial profiling, whether they're walking down the street in a certain neighborhood or driving down a street.
There's no evidence of it.
You have a man who's not African-American coming at you. This is obviously I wasn't there. This is my opinion and what you're asking me. Turns around and says, "Why are you following me? The guy's got a gun."
Listen, Leslie, you haven't told me.
One last question.
Haven't told me why he's screaming, "Help me, help me, help me," 5 times.
Because the man has a gun. The man has a gun. This man's going to shoot me. I'm a black guy, and this man's going to shoot me.
There's no evidence ever presented, Leslie, to that fact.
There's no evidence presented either way.
Listen, let me ask you one quick
You manufactured a story here.
Martin, in my opinion, would not have hit him unless he feared for his life and was defending himself.
All right, let me give one final answer. Look, why would a guy 5'10", he's outmatched 4 inches, outmatched in reach, he's got a gun, you're telling me he's going to start a fist fight with a 17-year-old kid? Come on.
All right, we got to go. Thank you both. We are on verdict watch time. Final closing arguments tomorrow. We'll have the very latest on that.